So, my dear students, very good morning. So, today we are going to start with the new session, that is the dilute solution and colligative properties. So, this is one of the major part in the physical chemistry, and this is very interesting and very simple to understand, but it is a major part of the physical chemistry. So, let us understand this dilute solution and the colligative properties. So, what is dilute solution, colligative properties? We'll see all these things in this session. Now, see here. So, what are the topics, what are the objectives to study this particular dilute solution and colligative properties? So actually for the dilute solution, we have to see the concentration terms. So these are the concentration terms. So that is a mole fraction. So it is a mole fraction. So see here, this is a mole fraction, molarity, molality, normality. So these are the concentration terms we need to express here. So there are many other concentration terms are there, but here we have to see only these four things, and these are enough. And generally these four definitely they will come in the competitive exams like IIT JAM or whatever maybe. And the colligative properties, so in the semester actually we are having these four colligative properties, that is a relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, and the depression in freezing point, and the osmotic pressure. So we will see only these four things. And this relative vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure, which relates with the mole fraction, and this elevation of boiling point and depression in freezing point, it will relate this particular molality, and the osmotic pressure is related with this molarity. And the normality actually you are do not having any particular colligative property, but we will see even though that particular normality concentration term. So first you have to understood these concentration terms and colligative properties. So let us understand, let us start with this solution chapter, that is first dilute solution, and then we will see this four colligative properties. So first let us start with the dilute solution. So what is solution here? So first dilute solution. So first you need to understand the solution. So what is the solution here? So you know that particular solution. So solution, let us start with the solution. So what is the solution? So solution is nothing but it is a homogeneous, it is a homogeneous mixture, homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, two or more substances, so which lose their identity, which lose their individual identities, individual identities. Let us understand that thing, individual identities. So see here, first let us understand homogeneous. So homogeneous, homo nothing but same, homogeneous mixture. So let us take a simple example, that is NaCl. So this is a classic example, like NaCl when it is reacting with water molecule, you know that definitely this particular in NaCl it can easily dissolve in water molecule. So you will get a particular solution. And see here, so there is a solution in which we have taken a water molecule and a salt molecule, that is a NaCl. Now see here, this particular sodium chloride is a solid. Actually, it is a white solid, and this water is a colorless liquid. Now we are adding them, and what actually you will get the resultant product? Definitely, you will get the clear solution. You will get a clear solution. You will get a clear solution without any precipitate or without any solid or without any color. So you will get a again pure colorless liquid. So whatever the color of this particular H2O is there, definitely this particular the resultant solution will be definitely in that way only. So here homogeneous is nothing but, so homo nothing but same here. What is actually same here? See here. So let us understand. I will take a particular part of this particular solution. So let us take a particular part in this. So I will take a particular part. So let us take, I will take a particular part here, and I will take another part here. So this is a solution which consisting of NaCl and water. And now see here, so I'm taking this particular solution in which, and especially I'm taking this particular A part and this is B part. And you can measure, so how many moles are there, how many grams of NaCl is there in the H2O. So you will get a particular equal in this particular area and this area. So you will get the equal amount in both their areas. That means this NaCl is completely dissolved in the water molecule. So you will get a perfectly clear solution. So this particular NaCl is a solid and this water is a liquid. But the resultant product, you will get only liquid here. That means you are getting only one phase. That is same with the solvent phase. So here you know that solution is a mixture of two or more substances, but here generally we will see the binary mixture. So binary, that means only two mixtures we have taken. That is, you can take the best as a solute and the solvent. So you know that binary mixture means two components are there. So two components, both are, one is solute and another one which is solvent. So see here, solute and solvent. So what is a solute and solvent? The solute is something. So solute is a substance which is having lesser in quantity, So if you are taking NaCl, let us take, if you are taken a pinch of salt is there. Let us take it is a 5 gram. So 5 grams of NaCl, it is dissolved in 100 ml of water. 100 ml of water. So see here, the 5 grams is very less comparing with the 100 ml. So that means this 5 grams is a solute concentration. The solute which is NaCl, and the water which is the solvent. So solvent here nothing but which is a larger proportion in the mixture, and the solute which is very lesser, smaller quantity. So let us start with the solute and solvent. So you have to understood that here solute. So I'm taking specially the solute, and the another one which is solvent. So here the solute. So till now we have seen the only NaCl. Let us take this particular solute is having both the phase, that is the solid phase and the liquid phase. So let us assuming that the solute is having, one is a solid phase and another case which is liquid phase, and the solvent which is in liquid phase. That is, you can take the simple water molecule. So see here the solid phase, like example that is NaCl, or you can take the sugar. So whatever may be the solid, and then let us take the liquid, the chemicals like HCl. So you know that the aqueous HCl is somewhat dissolves in the water molecule, or you can take the ethanol, CH3OH, ethanol, methanol. So it is a methanol, or you can take the ethanol, that is C2H5OH. So they can easily dissolve in a water molecule. So this particular HCl, CH3OH, C2H5, these are particularly, they are the solutes. And here the solids, these are also solute which are present in the solvent, which is this particular water molecule. So let us take 20% of HCl is there. So 20% of HCl means what? So 20% of HCl means what actually? So 20 means what here? So let us understand here, 20% of HCl means, so let us take, so 20% of HCl. So that means that 80% will be definitely whatever the solvent here. So that means 80% will be the water molecule. So see here, the percentage of water is more comparing with HCl. So that means this is particularly, this is a solvent and this is a solute. So see here, solute always which is having a lesser in quantity. So solvent will have the more quantity. Remember that. So not only always particularly water can be also a solute. So let us take some other example. So you can take the, let us take 50 ml of water, and I will take 100 ml of methanol, that is CH3OH. So see here, so this methanol, the quantity is 100 ml and the water which is 50 ml. So you know that which one is a solvent here, that is 50 ml, this is a solute again, and this particularly, this is a solvent here. So remember that larger proportion will be a solvent and lesser proportion will be a solute. So smaller quantity is a solute and the solvent which is a larger quantity. Solute always dissolved in a solvent. So solvent is something, a substance which dissolutes a solute to make a clear solution. So to make a clear solution, so you can take a solid as a solute, you can take a liquid as a solute. Now here in this particular chapter, we will discuss only about the dilute solution. So dilute solution. So what is actually the dilute solution? So dilute solution, we are talking about the dilute solution. So what is actually the dilute solution? So dilution, nothing but we are adding more water. So if you are adding excess amount of solvent, excess amount of water, you will get the dilute solution. So diluted water, so diluted hydrochloric acid. So diluted means it is a concentration of that particular solution is very less. So diluted is nothing but addition of water, addition of the solvent which is water here, addition of water here. So we will discuss the dilute solution. So why actually we need particularly about the dilute solution? And there are two particular solutions are there. One is dilute solution and another one is concentrated solution. So we know that the dilute solution. So particularly, so let us take these solutions. So these solutions are of two types. One is dilute solution and the another one is concentrated solution. Concentrated solution. So what is the difference between this dilute solution and the concentrated solution? So definitely both are having a solute and solvent. So let us take a simple example. So I will take that. Let us take simple example like NaCl. The best example, the NaCl. So it is a classic example so that you can easily understand. So let us take 5 grams. I have taken a 5 grams of NaCl, 5 grams of NaCl, that is dissolved in 250 ml of water. 250 ml of water. So see here. So 5 grams of NaCl is dissolved in 250 ml of water. So let us take here. So here I am dissolving 20 grams of NaCl. So 250 ml of water. So see here, what is the difference between these two solutions? And this is the first case. Let us take the second case. So here again, I will take the 5 grams of NaCl and again I am taking 250 ml of water, and here I am taking 5 grams of NaCl, that is not 250. Now let us take only 100 ml, 100 ml of water. So see here, what is the difference between these two here? So what is the difference between these two here? So the dilute solution and the concentrated solution. So which one is dilution and which one is concentrated? So see here. So we are particularly expressing a concentration, the word. So concentration is nothing but, it is, so let us take one example so you can easily understand. So I will take a particular water molecule. So let us take 2 grams of salt, 2 grams of salt, and I'm dissolving it into 50 ml of water, 50 ml of water. So I'm giving this particular mixture to someone like you. So I'm giving students to this particular solution. So how can I say this particular solution? అంటే నేను ఒక 2 grams of salt తీసుకొని ఒక 50 ml వాటర్ కలిపించి జస్ట్ ఒక స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఇచ్చినాను. ఇచ్చినప్పుడు నేను ఏమని చెప్తా, ప్రతిసారి నేను 2 grams సాల్ట్ తీసుకొని 50 ml కలిపిన అని ప్రతిసారి నేను చెప్పలేను. సో నేను ఏం చెప్తా అంటే సింపుల్గా దాని యొక్క కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్, దానికి పేరు ఇచ్చేసి 0.1 కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ వాటర్ ఇచ్చిన, 0.1 నేను NaCl ఇచ్చిన. సో ఐ కెన్ సే లైక్ దట్. సో అంటే సో ఉదాహరణకు మీరు ఎంత ml అని అనుకోండి. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ ఏ బైనరీ మిక్సర్, దట్ మీన్స్ సొల్యూట్ అండ్ సాల్వెంట్. సో you may take 200 ml or 200 grams. సో యూ కెన్ టేక్ హౌ మచ్. సో ప్రతిసారి మీరు ఎంత తీసుకున్నా కూడా ఒక పర్సన్ కి చెప్పాలి. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పేటప్పుడు నేను ఇంత తీసుకొని ఇంత కలిపిన, ఇంత తీసుకొని ఇంత కలిపిన, తీసుకొని కలిపిన, ఇన్ 10 సార్లు చెప్పకుండా, సో ఇన్ ఎ సింపుల్ వే I can say that I have given a 0.1 solution. So I can say like that, the concentration. You know that you have already studied in the intermediate level, that is the concentration as 0.1 molar, 0.2 molar, 0.3 molar. So we will discuss all those concentration terms. So here dilute solutions and concentrated solution. So concentration solutions are nothing but the concentration of solute is more here, hence it is highly concentrated. But dilute solution, here the solvent is excess here. So solute concentration is very less, very less, which is even though sometimes it is negligible. So let us understand the dilute solution. So you have taken only a spoon of NaCl, that is 5 grams. So let us take it is a pinch of NaCl. So especially I am taking this 5 grams of NaCl. Let us take it is a pinch of salt. That means very less. And here 20 grams of NaCl in that particular volume, that is 250 ml of water. So that means 20 grams. So that means it is a spoon. It is a spoonful of that is NaCl. So you have already taken 5 grams and here 20 grams. So you can see the difference here. So which one is dilution here? So the dilution here, the diluted solution is nothing but the solute concentration must be very less. So the pinch of that is 5 grams of NaCl, which is very less comparing with the 20 grams of NaCl. That means here the solute concentration is very less. So dilute solution, we can say that if the solute concentration is very, very, very less, then it is called dilute solution. So here the concentration, here the somewhat the solute concentration is high. So you can take the second one, that is a 5 grams of NaCl. Again, that is in 250 ml of water. So here this 5 grams of NaCl is again in 1000 ml of water. So here see the difference between these two here. So here these two particular solution. So this particular 5 grams of NaCl which is dissolved in 250 ml, and here 20 grams of NaCl dissolved in 250 ml. So definitely it is a concentrated solution, and this particular one which is a diluted solution. So what about this thing? So see here, you can observe here that so 5 grams of NaCl, it is dissolved in 250 ml. So here it is 100 ml only. So it is 100 ml and it is 250 ml. What is the difference here? So that means the solvent concentration is very high in this first one, that is 250 ml. So that means this 5 grams must be dissolved in 250 ml. అంటే ఈ 5 grams 250 ml డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ 5 grams 100 ml డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది. ఎందులో సొల్యూట్ కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటది అంటే డెఫినెట్ గా దీంట్లోనే ఉంటది. సో దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ద కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్ సొల్యూషన్. ఎందుకు అంటే ఈ 5 grams ఆఫ్ NaCl 100 ml లోనే ఉంది కదా. సో ఇక్కడ 250 ml లో ఉంది. సో ఇది ఈ NaCl అనేది ఆ 100 ml లో డిజాల్వ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు ఒక్కొక్క పార్టికల్ తీసుకున్నాం. సో లెట్ us అండర్స్టాండ్ 5 grams per 100 ml. సో 5 grams per 100 ml. So that means 1 gram కు ఎన్ని ml తీసుకుంటది అన్న? సో దట్ మీన్స్ 100/5. సో యూ విల్ గెట్ 20. సో 20 ml ఆఫ్ వాటర్ కి ఒక్కొక్క గ్రామ్ తీసుకుంది ఇక్కడ. సో ఫర్ 20 ml కి ఒక్కొక్క గ్రామ్ తీసుకుంది. సో వాట్ అబౌట్ హియర్ 250/5. సో యూ విల్ గెట్ 5 into 5. హియర్ ద 50 ml కి ఒక్కొక్కటి తీసుకుంది. సో 1 gram of NaCl which is equal to 50 ml of water here. But here that is 20 here, only 20 ml. So it is highly concentrated, and here it is dilute solution. So let us understand the dilute and concentration in the further session also. You can easily understand that. So let me complete this dilute solution and concentrated solution. Now let us see the concentration terms. So let us start with this concentration terms. So once again I am telling you here, concentration is nothing but it is the expression of a solution. It is the expression of a solution. So what is actually the expression here? Nothing but you have taken a particular solution in which I am adding, just let us take 5 grams of H2O, 5 grams of, let us take sugar, and I have taken 100 ml of water. 100 ml of water. సో ఈ సొల్యూషన్ ని ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ చేయడానికి ఒక వర్డ్ పేరు పెట్టినాం, దానికి కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ అని. సో అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి అంటే ప్రతిసారి నేను 5 grams షుగర్ తీసుకుని 100 ml కలిపిన, అందరికి అట్లా చెప్పలేను కదా. సో అందరికి 5 grams తీసుకొని 100 ml కలిపిన, సో ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి చెప్పుకుంటూ పోతే మన నోరు వస్తుంది, అంతేగాని అది కాదు. సో సింపుల్ గా నేను అలా చెప్పకుండా ఏం చెప్తా అంటే, సో ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ ఓన్లీ 0.1 molar షుగర్, ఐ కెన్ సే డైరెక్ట్లీ లైక్ దిస్. సో ఇట్లా చెప్పేసి అందరికి సింపుల్ గా. సో ఇది తీసుకొని ఇది కలిపిన అని చెప్పకుండా, సో సింపుల్ గా దానికి ఒక పేరు ఇచ్చిన, అదేంటి అంటే కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ సొల్యూషన్ విచ్ ఈస్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. సో కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం, ఆ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ we are having the mole fraction, molarity, molality, normality. There are many other things. So you can see here. So these are the other things you can see here. So see here. So the concentration terms, these are all the concentration terms. So you can see here the concentration terms. That is percentage by volume, weight, percentage by volume, that is molarity, normality, formality, percentage by mass, mole fraction, molarity, parts per million. This is parts per million. Parts per million. There is also ppm, that is parts per billion, parts per million. So these are all the concentration terms. So by using this concentration terms I can express a solution. So ఒక సొల్యూషన్ నేను ఈజీగా చెప్పొచ్చు, ఆ సొల్యూషన్ ఇది ఇట్లా ఉంది, నేను దీనికి ఇంత యాడ్ చేసిన అని డైరెక్ట్ గా చెప్పొచ్చు అన్నమాట. సో లెట్ us understand this. So we are classifying them. So we are particularly classifying the concentration terms into two ways, that is volume related one thing, and the second one which is mass related. So why actually the volume related which is temperature dependent? So you know that, so volume, so if you increase the temperature, what happens? Definitely the volume will increases. Yes or right? No, the volume decreases. So you know that there definitely the water, you can take any liquid, so any liquid it can be easily vaporized by increasing the temperature. So after some time definitely the volume will be decreases. You know that you can take cup of a milk ని వేడి చేస్తూ కాసేపు అయితే టెంపరేచర్ పెంచేసరికి హీట్ చేసిన తర్వాత తగ్గిపోతుంది వాల్యూమ్. సో అంటే ద వాల్యూమ్ అనేది టెంపరేచర్ డిపెండెంట్. అదే మాస్ తీసుకోండి, వెయిట్ తీసుకోండి, వెయిట్ తీసుకొని ఇంత ఇంత ఉదాహరణకి ఏదో ఒక హాఫ్ కేజీ 2 kg ఎంతో కొంత తీసుకోండి, దానికి టెంపరేచర్ హీట్ చేయండి, ఏమైతే ఏం నథింగ్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ టు ద మాస్. బట్ వాల్యూమ్ కలా కాదు, వాల్యూమ్ కి టెంపరేచర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తే ఇట్ మే ఇంక్రీజ్ ఆర్ ఇట్ మే డిక్రీజ్. సో వాల్యూమ్ టెంపరేచర్ తగ్గించడం అనుకోండి, సో ఏమవుతుంది వాల్యూమ్, సో వాల్యూమ్ అనేది కొంచెం ఫ్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, దగ్గరకు వస్తుంది, కానీ తగ్గిపోతుంది. సో అదే టెంపరేచర్ పెంచడం అనుకోండి వేపరైజ్ వస్తుంది. సో దట్ మీన్స్ ద వాల్యూమ్ ఈస్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ హియర్. సో హియర్ టెంపరేచర్ ఈస్ కీ ఫ్యాక్టర్, సో విచ్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ విత్ ద వాల్యూమ్ బట్ నాట్ రిలేటెడ్ విత్ ద మాస్. సో మాస్ ని తీసుకొని మనం ఎంత టెంపరేచర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసినా పెద్దగా నష్టం ఏమి ఉండదు, అదేం కదలదు. మాస్ అంటేనే ఇప్పుడు 10 గ్రాములు తీసుకున్నా NaCl, దాన్ని హీట్ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది, ఏం రాదు, బట్టి NaCl తీసుకోండి. దాన్ని వాటర్ కలిపి చేస్తే ఇంకేమన్నా వస్తుంది కానీ, సో ఓన్లీ మాస్ ఒకటే తీసుకుని చేస్తే నాకు ఏం రాదు. అందుకే వాటిని టెంపరేచర్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ అంటారు. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ టర్మ్స్. సో ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ యూ బై సేయింగ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. So let us see only the important concentration terms, which are molarity, normality, mole fraction, and molality. So these four are very, very important. This molarity is actually, it is a big one here. Molarity is a major part of the concentration terms. So if you understand this molarity, you can understand all these things very simple way. So molarity, let us understand this molarity, normality, mole fraction, and the molality. And molarity